Hi everybody, my name's John. You're watching the Olive Drab Alliance. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. What we're talking about today is this possibly 1970s-ish Boy Scout rectangular canteen. Ooh. Fish are jumping and the shots are flying. It's squirrel season here in northwestern Illinois, so you might hear some 22s and 410s going off in the background. Don't worry about it. I'll worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. So is this the best canteen design ever made by man? Possibly. There's a lot of advantages to this canteen over probably what you're more used to seeing. Some of you have seen this before. For some of you, this is going to bring back a lot of memories, and maybe even some of you have one of these. I have two. I love them so much I had to get two. I believe these come with other colored pouches, but usually you see them in red. But there's nothing stopping you from taking a magic marker and camouflaging this out, or even just dyeing this. It's kind of a nylon, thin nylon. So I imagine it would take ink from a permanent marker pretty well. On the back, we've got a little belt clip. And this is all aluminum, by the way. Keep that in mind. The front, we've got a little plastic cap with this rivet right here. Excuse my dirty fingernails. With this rivet that goes all the way through the plastic cap. And a lot of times these will leak because people would carry these around by the chain full of water, and it would wiggle that rivet inside that plastic cap and just cause it to leak. The cap's on a little chain here. And if you have problems with the cap, a lot of the times you can get an O-ring to fit around the inside of the cap there. Mine, thankfully, not leaking, all on its own. I haven't done anything to it. I just lucked out and got a good one, I guess. One thing I really like about this design is, even though it's aluminum could melt in a campfire. You could heat this up by the campfire or close to the campfire and boil your water to get rid of the little bad guys living inside the water if you had. Obviously, take the case off first before you put it on or near the fire. But you could put it right on top of your stove, kind of flat like that. Take the lid off and let the steam just come right on out the top there. You just put this aluminum canteen on the campfire empty, it definitely can melt. You can melt the aluminum, maybe even on some of the more high-powered stoves, those jet stoves. But if it's full of water, it's going to move that heat around and hopefully not burn a hole through your canteen. So indirect heat, not directly in the coals. If you're going to use a stove or something like that, put the stove on low, or maybe even put something under it to dissipate the heat. They're shooting the heck out of them squirrels. So these canteens, they can still be found on the internet. Get on eBay, get on Facebook Marketplace, what have you. There's still a few sites that sell like vintage scout gear. You can pick one of these canteens up for under $10. Another awesome feature of this canteen is that this is a 1.5 quart canteen as opposed to the 1 quart military GI or replicas of such. This is going to hold 50% more water. These clips here are notorious for breaking. The lids are notorious for leaking. Now, I posed a question early in the video, is this the best canteen design? Maybe not the best execution with the materials and such. And according to some of the research that I've done before I made this video, the little side pockets on the Scout packs, these would fit perfectly inside of. I really just like the idea of a metal canteen that I can lay flat with the lid on the top so that I could heat the water inside. I think that is fantastic. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let everyone know what you think. Hit subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate it very much. I had a nice little walk today, just a couple miles, but let's head on back to the shop, take a closer look at this canteen. Stick around. Here we have our rectangular Scout canteen. And for comparison size, this is the larger round Scout canteen. This one's got a little bit of thickness to it. There's also the flying saucer canteen. It was round, but it was very narrow. So a little bit of size comparison. This is an excellent choice too. The shape makes it a little more harder to carry. The idea was this canvas strap is what you would carry it on, but I don't imagine that would be too comfortable on your shoulder. So here's my other rectangular canteen. You can see the pouch is a real tight fit. And if you push your luck too much, you're going to get a ripped out button. But I figured I would take this one and we could remove the pouch. The little belt loop just slips through the hole in the pouch. So on the front there, you can see it stamped with the Boy Scout logo. On the back, stamped, it says Regal. There's 4 little spot aluminum welds holding this clip on here. And it's a seam. There's a seam that's fused or welded all the way around. So just 2 halves fused together. Now on the back, there is a little bit of a curvature to it. I guess for comfort maybe, I don't know. But it's very, very lightweight aluminum. So what you want to look for when you're going to buy one of these is dents. If this thing's all dented and dinged up, it could affect that seam and it could leak. So here we've got the little Coleman 550. Nice little stove. Boy Scout canteen fits just like that. Piece of cake. Make sure the lid doesn't dangle down into the flame to melt it, and you can boil water right inside the canteen. The old round Boy Scout canteens, they're great too. Perfect fit. You're ready to boil. Easy as pie. Easy as fishing. Hey, something I didn't really notice before. Upon further inspection, here's the one we had out on the trail there with us today. Has the more of a nylon fabric for a pouch, a cover. This one's almost like a canvas. It's definitely a cotton material, so you never know what you're going to get, I guess. I have noticed with this one, as you can see, I've experienced quite a bit of frustration trying to get the snaps to snap back. And of course, I've ripped both buttons in my attempts to do so, my feeble attempts to re-snap this. So there's another YouTuber here, not here, but online on YouTube, Scotty Survival. Scotty Survival, I'm calling you out. You gotta sew me up a pouch for this thing. Get a hold of me, I'll send you this. You can sew me up a nice pouch. It'll be cool, it'll be fun. If you've never seen Scotty Survival's videos, check them out. For a size comparison, here's a 1 quart Nalgene military GI style canteen. Here's the 1.5 quart rectangular Scout canteen. So, not too much taller. But 50% more capacity. And if you're a water buffalo like I am, you're going to want that additional water capacity. Maybe not so much the weight, but it's nice to have all the water you can carry. I'll see you all down the trail somewhere. Maybe I'll have my fancy Boy Scout canteen. We can stop and have a spot of tea. Or not. Anyway, I'll see you. I'll see you all down the trail somewhere. Until then, have a great day.